Yeah. Yep.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all
But yeah,
the
you
endeavors
know,
of the
you remember
people of
Donna,
Montana.
right? The girl near
I
the
believe I
flower
will
shop that
continue
always
to take
talked
pride
about
in
D-Loop?
fulfilling my duties.
Apparently, somebody had noticed she doesn't talk about D-Luke anymore after you do the thing. Yeah. It was a big shocker for them, apparently. Because she's loved D-Luke all these years, since 2021. Or 2020. Mm.
All I can think about is D-Luke.
They changed her voice actor. What? Why are you different? That wasn't how she said it before. That was weird. Before she was more high pitched with it. It's like she got lower.
Moon pie. That's what I'll make tonight.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
Yeah, she's not gonna do it. Kinda wait a little bit so Dovey can make it. I asked her if she's joining. Look at the flowers.
Wow! The city is all decked out! Oh, it's beautiful! Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Hey, Catherine! Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Take a look around, huh?
It's finally Windbloom. And here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa! Something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Oh, you're leaving? I can walk you home.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I just need some time to myself. Besides, there's still something I need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually, Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore? I thought we were best friends.
Did you see that? Beatrice ran off without looking back. Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Dad's best love, friendship stories is already over? So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this. But I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see? Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all. Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
I think they made him skinnier.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on Diluc, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed her mind.
See, she don't like Diluc no more.
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
Aw, no lines.
Oh, no. Of course not. I'm sorry, Captain. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master Diluc came into the city not too long ago, but when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love. But then I saw you, and it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
Oh, here he comes. Well, surprised to see us?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
He looks angry. Doesn't he look angry? I thought his eye looked angry. I kind of like this better than the way they had it before. This little carpet here, and they got rid of the plants that were right here, that were like off by a bit. Well, this is a story quest. Hi. I'm doing the new Archon quest with Barbados, if you want to watch. Is that a no that you don't want to watch, or no that I already started it? They really decorated this thing. nice. Look at this, Randall. Just the first bit, like we talked to Catherine. I'm looking at all the decorations they put in Mondstadt, and it's really beautiful. What are these? Blue leaves? They really did really well on this. Probably did. Your stuff's always dying, Randall. My loud nose. I can't help it. It's running so much. I gotta blow it. Yeah, look at these decorations they put in. They decorated this whole place. They even took out these potted plants, put rugs here, and then they put these. Yeah, it's really beautiful over here. They even got some wreaths everywhere. It was just too much for you, wasn't it?
Let's go.
Cuckoo couldn't even tote me up the stairs. Where am I going? Okay, yeah, it's fine. There's a lot more flowers. I wonder how much pity I have. Let me check that real quick. See, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. I have 44 pity. Last 5-star was Chi-Chi. Oh, they missed a tree.
Hold tight, bro.
What is this? Yep. Apparently I can't go in the church right now. They got some pretty decorations over here though. It won't let me go in the church. I haven't got to him yet. I was waiting on you. Yeah, I was looking around at the decorations. They decorated his statue a bit at his feet. You got a little sacrifice altar here.
Let's go.
All time, bro!
Yeah. This looks like it's the same dude. Same dude, you got the same haircut and everything. Oh my god, Randall! It's a pot! I found a pot. I can't break it. No mushrooms. Alrighty. I guess just for this quest, so you don't get distracted. Because I don't see a single one.
Easy now, Kakuku.
Sure.
Let's go. Easy now, Kakuku.
It's Eula!
Kaya, you found them. Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa! Headquarters are packed! What's going on?
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
She'll say you rule the day. Aw, Jean's mute too. Jean and Kaya are the ones that are muted right now. It sounds like Eula had a voice though.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine! Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help? Right! He's the captain of the investigation team! But we didn't see him out there!
Keen observation. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. To the church! Oop. I've never seen this room before. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Diluc and Sucrose's hair stands out so much. Aw, they could have put Diluc in his new outfit. Aw, they didn't do it. There's the new guy. Mr. Dahlia, deacon of the Church of Favonius, will serve as assessor as representatives of our respective organizations. We will ensure a just verdict.
Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. What did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown. Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all facts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, The Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Oh, that's why Beatrice didn't see that guy anymore.
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
I think, he had killed that guy or something? One of them killed each other.
Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Why are they gonna have a witness stand so close to the suspect? Like, if he was really ready to kill that person, he could just reach over and just twist her neck. Ah, he's me too. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right. Next day, the defendant submitted this latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Yeah.
Here for a second, please.
Give me a second. There it is. This isn't looking good. If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body recovered?
Not yet.
You know what I just thought of? So, when you bury a body, or a body sitting on the ground, it decomposes, right? And it becomes part of the earth. And she said that Albedo was able to use his geovision to mess with the dirt and make it look like nothing was there. Or that nothing happened. Does that mean he could manipulate the body too? Like he could make it decompose faster or something? That would be interesting. And he's an alchemist. He could have easily made some acid to melt the body instead of risking somebody seeing him drag the body somewhere to be buried. Okay, it says, in other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious?
I know what I saw.
Girl, you were probably dreaming.
I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene.
Near the crime scene, so it could have been anything. Got a piece of fabric.
The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
Maybe. And yet no victim has been identified.
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
All the shows I've seen, if you don't have evidence, there's no point of it going to court. Because there's like no point. Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and his people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
There's a second charge.
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Another body!
Wait, that's...
Diluc! Diluc saw Albedo dropping off a man's body. Please tell the court what you saw. Ah, he's Mewtwo. Dang it. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. Geo illuminates stuff? From what I could tell, it looked like a body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from two separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. Diluc was doing in that area so early in the morning. Not the most opportune time for a stroll. Yeah. Something I noticed before when I first started it When we talked to Catherine, Catherine said something was happening weirdly with the people. Like Beatrice, she was acting funny. She didn't want to hang out with her lover friend that she always hangs out with. And said that they should take a break. And then the chubby knight that does the patrols around the town was saying that he was having trouble too and sleepwalking. He said that he would sleepwalk and he would find himself in the middle of town or something, or middle of the field. So I think maybe they're sleepwalking and maybe they're imagining Albedo doing it. Like somebody's putting it in their heads. Like they're trying to get rid of Albedo. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time, that's all. Master Diluc is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
What looks like the teeth and a femur of a human. Now it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Mr. Diluc. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle, alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning with Mr. Albedo present. That's right, we were in the library together. Why is she blushing? Why is she blushing?
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
She's done worse. Oh,
I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. Alright, Sucrose, you don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo. I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive, or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
We got to hear his voice.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the pertinent parts to the court. I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Putrefaction. What does putrefaction mean? I know what refinement is. Refinement's where you, like, tune it. Putrefaction is the decomposition of organic matter, particularly protein, by the action of bacteria and fungi, resulting in the formation of foul-smelling products. The natural process of decay that occurs after death, leading to tissue breakdown and the release of gases. So, decay and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation, and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwriting, and that the letter makes more than passing mention of decay and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims, and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Ha. Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive. On the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, the court finds the defendant guilty. The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. You watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters. You get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know it all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Ring de Tier's footsteps, just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. Yes, you're needed at Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. You think he's Venti? The current story seems to be related to your past adventures. Would you like to quickly go over and review those experiences? Yeah, that's good. Let's review. Shadows amidst snowstorms. You and Paimon went to Dragonspine to ask Albedo, who was conducting research there, some questions about alchemy, only to encounter a series of strange events. Strange soft noises echoing through the mountains that could not be traced. The ransacking of the theft of alchemical notes at the campsite. Albedo disappearing after a chat outside a cave, but having no memory of the incident. At the same time, Eula encountered Albedo elsewhere on the mountain, attempting to lead a child away, and he attacked Eula upon being discovered. You were able to confirm the presence of a mysterious figure impersonating Albedo. A running battle ensued, ambushing and being ambushed, hunting and being hunted. In the end, Albedo eliminated the giant mutant, Whopperflower posing as him. Yet there were more than 2 people wearing that face on the mountain. Bump-a-down, bump-a-down.
Mind the wind.
All time, bro!
Hey, who's up here? Oh, I wonder who that could be. Venti's muted. Traveler in Paimon, I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Where are you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
Out of all these people that have been muted, Paimon was the one that deserved it the most.
No, I did.
Oh, it's that guy!
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy? His name is, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called us here so we could meet with Venti?
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then, you know about...
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does it better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Ah, well, I knew from the moment Rindochir and Alice brought Albedo back to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing that. A perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation, Venti? Me, well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt. Even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
Everybody's shocked that she has stopped crushing on Diluc. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be. There is not, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There were always unavoidable trials in life. At least that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in this time of need. Should he meet a terrible fate, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Haha, well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an ordinary knight, right? You'll still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold.
A bomb!
It's a bomb! Venti's trying to blow us all up. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. That's Klee's bomb. That is Klee's bomb. I see her symbols all over it. Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. It's still a bomb! Say hello to the Dodo communication device. You only took out the fuse. I don't know what these people think was in a bomb, but the fuse isn't what exactly just sets it off.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. Apparently Dahlia is gonna be like a sword, shield of, I think, water. I think it's water. Yeah, it's water. He's got it on his back. Yeah, it's supposed to be a sword shield one. The little bit I saw looked pretty cool, but Skirk is coming out at the same time as him, so Skirk got all of the budget. So Skirk is gonna be way more advanced than he is. Dahlia? Not yet. In an upcoming update, he will be. But it's been leaked about Skirk and Dahlia. You gonna get Dahlia to go with your Venti? You know what you remind me of, Dovey? I'm just gonna get one. Just one. Well, he's gonna get lonely. He's gonna want a friend. Oh, what if they get sick of each other? I might as well get another one. You know, I might as well get the whole bunch. What you think about that, right? I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is hard for me to accept as anyone. But Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. just volunteer, Kaya. Like Jean said, after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal. I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me. But I need you two to start investigating the case. Yes, it's also time for you to get involved. And two options are, do you want us to join the joint investigation? Are you sure? We just adventurers after all. Welcome to the stream. No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help this case, just let me know. I know, it's just the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Understood. I know you'll get to the bottom of this. You've never failed us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. You have anything else to say? Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. They could have at least gotten Jean in here. Why does it sound like a chest in here? Unless it's supposed to be upstairs. We can finally go upstairs!
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
This guy sounds younger than he looks.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Those bottles look almost the exact same from that event we did. Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
I'm guessing this is Sucrose's desk, and this is Albedo's desk. Pretty much was 5 years.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh, there's so much here. Oh, jeez. So we got research notes, test tube, box on the desk, book, and that's it. Which one should we do? The box. A locked box sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of the whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry, and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane information required for human transmutation. The formations in these records likely originate from the Conrian's art of Chemia, but relevant documentation was not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I have enclosed the records with this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I am not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea of the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution." The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. So we got a book, test tube, and research notes. What? You want to do test tube? Okay. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope, no idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
Research notes or book? Book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangle symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy! Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
That does look like a really good book. We got the book and research notes. Look underneath it. After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer it sounds too hollow, almost like there's a compartment within the desk. Underneath the desk or research notes. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Decay should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air." And now all we have is underneath the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Investigate. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this on an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the Blank Project, I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with the creating of synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, it can't be. Amid the notes is a map, with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. I think I know where that is. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location, or at the very least what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Dodo, Dodo, Dodo-ko.
Oh, Vent is calling. Let's answer.
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Reine Doutier's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Reine Doutier's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness. And the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. Then it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? It says, I don't know, but I want to, or absolutely I do.
friend. We should keep the faith.
I said absolutely.
And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Silence. Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You...
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
I think you might be messed up. It can't go up the 3rd floor. Can't do it. Can't go to the 3rd floor. Gotta wait another 5 years to go to the 3rd floor. But yeah, before you could only get about right here. Maybe not even that. I think it was halfway up the stairs. Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. I want to talk to you. I guess we're not talking to her. But they said we were talking to Jean. They said, let's tell Jean what we found. Now we're just going to the location.
I could barely open my eyes in this wind. It's so cold. No flying for me in this weather.
Aoife says he will not fly in this weather. Yeah, go up here. There we go, that's a little easier.
Mind the wind.
Alright, we are in the location. Now we just need to find it. Now use... what is it? Sub-Zero Climate. Okay, I know what that is. Didn't see it.
We should be getting close.
Oh, I had pressed the arrow thing.
Oh.
Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasonal adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this, or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Gets shoved in the hole. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been set for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Silence. If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
Maybe he's burying the failed experiments. Cause y'all have seen Full Metal Alchemist, right? And they did because they said human transmutation, which is what the brothers tried to do to bring their mother back. The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. It's Miles again. Miles. Miles is a weird one. He just wants a cheeseburger. He just wants his cheeseburger. Aw, they changed all the decorations back. Aww. I like the other decorations better.
Huh?
Aww. Yeah, Dovey doesn't know who Durin is.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
Dovey, you know who Durin is? Dovey. Yeah.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, there's a
Whenever I get to take a
sticker
break,
of what
I
he
always want a
looks
snack.
like somewhere.
I got some candy, fruit,
Here it is.
and jerky.
This
You
is
want some?
Durin. That's what Durin looks like. He was in an event quest that was a while back, probably a few months ago. He was made by one of the witches in a storybook. And was it? This was the storybook I got from it. Pretty much what happened in the quest was the witch had created this realm in a storybook where everybody's made out of paper and toys. It was only a couple of them. It was like a couple of them, because I think one created it, and then one made them come to life and looked after the world, I think, and then trapped everybody in it. But yeah, the creator, the dragon viewed as his mother. So he figured the stars were like her. So he would steal stuff from the people in the world to be like mementos of his mother. Let's see if I have something else. I don't know if I have it. Do I have anything else from that quest? I want to say we got something else from it. I'm not sure. That's not it. Rex coin, Valor, gift envelope from Paimon. Yeah, I can't get it. Yeah, I don't have anything else, I think. But yeah, there was a little dragon dude. He was big and he could turn stuff into blocks. And then, after we figured out what happened, because he was looking for friends because he was lonely. And he was missing his mother after she passed. And, he couldn't make friends because he was big and scary because of his appearance.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
So, they pretty much shunned him, I guess. Treated him like a monster. Yeah, it was a pretty sad quest. And Wanderer... And then they ran him off. Because he was so big, he would accidentally destroy their stuff. He would leave, like, big footprints.
Let's go!
Yeah, at the end of the quest, because it's a storybook and kind of like a dream, you can do whatever you want in it. So they decide to help Durin by giving him a small body that he wants to make friends with. He didn't technically become physical, but he did become smaller.
Did you hear that? Sounded like an animal call.
Not for the real
Or
world.
maybe I'm just hearing things.
So what I think it is when people would travel on the boats, because you remember they would travel on the boats and stuff, they would become random items because they didn't have a physical body, so they'd inhabit items that were already here. So what I think it is the dragon probably inhabited something on the Wanderer when he took him back with him. And I think that's what happened, how you could hear him with the Wanderer. I'm not sure exactly, but that's what I think. Yeah, you're gay? Yep. And when I'm not super smart, I have to use your big brain, don't I? You ready to continue on the quest? But yeah, I was really hoping to get little Durin as my little floating thing. But they didn't want to do that, and I was very disappointed. All we got was a storybook. which is what I had open earlier. This thing. You can like scroll through the pictures of what happened with them. And if you can also have this other version of the storybook in your teapot, and when you interact with it, you can see the toy world inside. You can't really visit it anymore, but you can like look at it. Ah, you two, let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. And let me look around first. It seems pretty important. Anything over here? I wonder where their jail is. Because they don't have a basement. They're back over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Miss Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, Captain Investigation Team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. DeLuc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master DeLuc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
See? Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator who uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Map. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you've presented a meticulous and convincing case, I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses, I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. You mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? You were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? third marked location, the first marked location, the second marked location. Third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map hidden in the compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There was also claw marks around the outside. But there was no body, or any remains whatsoever. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Diluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Human remains. Diluc described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony would be trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite their crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something that just like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. The human remains. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belong to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witnesses' counts suggest that Albedo was the last person to come in contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones, and does that mean he's the killer? No, that doesn't make sense. What makes sense? Albedo marked these three locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all three locations are likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But unlike the first two locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other two. But if the hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a sacred incident? Most people know Albedo is an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team, but in truth he's I never pronounce it. A synthetic human created by one of the five sinners, Gold, Ringdotter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree to that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will toward humanity. He also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine is a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo. And we weren't the only ones. Wait a second, someone who looks exactly like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results may raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, but suggest that the dragon spine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There was indeed bodies at each location, and I did not kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
Not exactly. He said he did not kill, but he did bury something. I misread it. That's what I'm looking at. You're not watching me, Randall. That's right, you wouldn't know that. Suspicious. I know how they died. Randall pootied on them. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes. You're mistaken. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
But if Albedo was attacked, then that's self-defense. And he only confessed to killing one person, which attacked him. Nope, you're wrong.
You deny it?
You deny it?
After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, with blonde hair, blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you. Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see then. It appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What? Everyone! I brought her!
Who?
Wait, you...
The person who just came in. Isn't that Hertha?
What? What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court. I've been stationed at Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies, the Dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle and, with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My impostor on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... the homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine.
Nobody accused either one of them of being fake, but she's acting like she's fake.
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Miles? Out of all the people?
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force that an appearance you can change at will. Yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go!
Oh.
Hey! They're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company. Keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of the plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Duluth picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Wow, that's quite an involved plan. Indeed, follow me. There's slimes and hilly churls.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so we made preparations for the inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
Of course, the top of the city wall.
Mind the wind.
Go to the city center, go to residential area, go to Angel's Share.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's all right. We really appreciate the help.
I'm sure you do. I'm gonna go help the bits of town before the main one. Nasty. He being gross again. It's nasty.
Let's go.
It's Lisa and Razor.
Intercom, it's you.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Perfect. Phew, it's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Windbloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? Haha, no. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to empathize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways after school, and mine was a gentle old man from the Spontamid school. So you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle even Jean would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirits, Miss Lisa. Ah, well, it's good to move about every once in a while. It's about here somewhere. Do I just fire that? I put the fire out. What else was I supposed to do? I don't understand what I was supposed to do over here. It's giving me this little area to investigate, but there's nothing here.
Let's go.
There's nothing here.
Hold firm. Drag another wardrobe over here.
Official, vile beasts. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Shall not tolerate such transgression.
Ah, that's the traveler's voice.
You arrive at the most opportune time, vassal. Sword at the ready.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Feel this ancient power. Come into being.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being. We will continue to protect this area.
All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But, I've never seen a bird that can, talk.
Ah, no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant. Please rest assured, I'm not a danger to you.
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all. I just misspoke.
My vassals have unfinished duties, yes? Then go forth and smite these wretched beasts, and the possession's blessing shall illuminate your path. Place must be glitched, because there's nothing here, but it still wants me to search the area. Always breaking my stuff, Randall. Jeez. It just says go to the city center. I'm in the area. I've done walked around this area a good bit. Gone all around. There's nothing here. I even put out the fires they had over here. I don't know. Only thing I can think of is that it's glitched. There was probably enemies or something down here, but they probably got messed up.
Mind the wind. Easy now, Kakuku.
Ah, dang it.
Come on, buddy.
It's Venti.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please. Someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. Man, I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Haha, just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core becoming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have come this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, while the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters who slowly digested their victims, sometimes they left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second some teeth and bone. The only bodies The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monstrous mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the decay of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperflower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation, along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a different person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange? Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Livonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until finally it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force the situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We'll use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes. So if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear, all units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we all succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Hey. Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Run away. Thanks, friend. May the Animal Archon protect you. I've got things covered here. There's sucrose. Kaya. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Ah! Get back. Aw, Diluc protecting his brother. It's so sweet. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh, well. Let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me. When did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Hey, on second thought, best not to think about it.
Time for retribution!
Stop interrupting me. You wait.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Burn! Verdict is...
Duplicate frostbite.
Burn!
I did.
They're over there! Diluc, Kaya!
If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Why you gotta be a smart bud, Paimon? Maybe this is just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer. I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet!
Thank you for trusting me, for choosing to fight alongside us. As for Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon. Of course, see you safe. Looks like Barbara's dealing with the wounded by the church. Get close to the injured Knights of Favonius and use Barbara's elemental skill to heal them.
I'll protect us.
I wish I could heal people like this. Just bitch slap them all day. Hunger of many. Talk to Knight of Favonius. Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how all this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region. So we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger. Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Of course, coming. It's Mona. And Noelle. Bennett. There's Amber and Mika. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we got 25 hilly churls, 2 blazing axe mighty churls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that.
Hey! Go Baron Bunny!
Yep, that's not what I wanted to think. Oh, damn it. I was trying to use the bunny. It wasn't wanting to go where I wanted it.
Not so hard! Hey, go Baron Bunny!
It wants me to use the bunny, but I can't even get them with it. Because they just walk away from it, because it takes so long to explode. Amber sucks. I'll go down to fight this.
Engaging!
Units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know, Amber? Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps, and no need to worry on you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, alright. She's like an impenetrable wall. That one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization so she could come up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been researching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me, convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be in the right moment. Or it could have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspy and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that. Traveler, you probably don't know it, but you've been part of the plan since the beginning. Me, but I didn't even know where there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. Perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Even people were involved in the plan as it is. We had no other choice. The honorary knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
That means a lot.
Thank you for thinking of me. It is an honor to take part. It is us who should be thanking you, honorary knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
I step outside the courtroom and this is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Talia, I didn't see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help. Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
I doubt Mr. Albedo's identity will be a secret, huh? Not to higher-ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Huh?
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
I'm sorry, I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked. But more than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust in Mr. Albedo as a person. I just noticed, Deacon, there aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
Well, that's how it works. It could have been so embarrassing. Which means they almost revealed Albedo's secret to everybody. Oh, I see a little cat girl. Ugh, these darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo, traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things, so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diana. We'll be sure to do just that. Bennett.
Gotta say, when I saw you on the
Bennett
side
has
of the road,
lines.
I thought you were hurt. Not about to whack me in the head.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
If you're looking for somewhere safe, head to the Cat's Tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Alright, and I think that's all the side thing. It says go to the plaza, but I already went to the plaza. Oh wait, no, this plaza. There's a little circle over here. What's over in the plaza? Oh, it's Noelle.
Steady as stone.
Witness my great undertaking.
As a dutiful maid would.
Healing? No healing the wells. There you go. No. Alright, get the plaza. No. Scooby snack.
It's all my fault. I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Explain what?
You lost Clea!
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Just tell us. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Clea is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Alright, fighting first. Conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Clea is known for her speed. Don't worry, she's a knight of her own right. She can protect herself. If there you are, Clea's here to help. These kids are fast on their feet.
Moments of birth.
Those bombs. I see what you mean. She is not to be underestimated.
Jumpy, jumpy, go! We won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem, just leave it to Clea. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clea heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to quarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
It would be an honor. Klee will do her best. Whee! That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good, our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here. Wonderful, I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain. We're back. Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back, safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days, and you should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. We can talk about it back at headquarters, Traveler and Paimon. Should be there, too. Alright, anyone who has finished their work should head back to their headquarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes, yes! I'm surprised Klee's missing, too. Hi, everyone. Is Venti? Venti, thank you for everything. I know there will be difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? Ah, no apologies, just forget I said anything. Just kidding, but you're right, it was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child, or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and come to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling. It's close. Fonya. Ah, Miss Fonya. Here to make your report.
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction, and why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence. And you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Run away! Oh, nope. Do kind of skip. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. We're gonna kill you. Restless as a child. The trophy I got was called Restless as a Child. Fend off the monsters from the snowy mountain together with your companions.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like.
Should I continue on, or should I call it a night? Pick it up tomorrow. Let me go with Captain. I wish it would keep the decorations up. Those are pretty. Way better than what they already get. I walked right past her.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Yep.
Thank you for completing to Ad Astra.
Yeah, they definitely changed her voice. Cause she was like way more high pitched before. Now she's like a little bit lower.
Go ahead and pick up some new pieces from Schultz's blacksmith.
Oh yeah, Dovey, did you ever check out that Sky Children of the Light game?
Overruled.
It's I selected, what brings you here today? He's like, I am a guard, I protect the people. And then didn't give me any other options for dialogue. Fine. Oops. Yes, I'll do books real quick. I'll do ones for that one since I need the teeth. You want to help me? What do you think? Probably. You want books too? I don't even think we did a full 3 of the troop domains, did we? I like how you were ready to go. How far have you got on IFA? Mine's 51. Use copying.
Here.
Alright, let's finish this
Here
fast.
comes another. Mind your step.
Up and away!
Here comes the stuff.
This was new.
Alright, deep breath and brush your teeth.
Comes another. Let's go.
Take a look behind the veil.
Yep.
Here comes.
All ice on you. Filling in.
I love how they were focused on me and then you come out of nowhere and they just get blown back.
Snowed under.
Ah, why can't you play?
Oh.
The war was over.
Here comes.
Yep. Okay. Good stuff. That's a lot. What are you doing? We gotta kill these guys. We need their teeth.
Mind the wind.
Nah, they die now. This one's running.
Let's go. Mind the wind.
I'm doing 134 healing for myself. We go this way. You can't have that.
Well. Here comes another.
Transfixed. Here
Nothing
comes
personal.
Take a deep breath and grit your teeth. All ice on you. Take a look behind the veil. Was not in vain.
Fish. They had rabies. We had to do it. I like how it spawned in. I saw you turn right back around. Like, nope.
Mind your step.
Bloop.
Huh?
I am now level 60.
Hey, get.
More books. Use on books. I found some birds. Some birds. They are in need of a nap.
Leave the fighting to me.
Come here, you little rascal. Farewell.
Burn it down.
Watch out, or you'll get singed.
Tell me what you see. Let's go.
There was a chest. What?
Guess today's my lucky day.
Ew.
Mind the wind.
You don't see my 1,000 damage. You don't see it. How dare you?
Mind your step.
Yeah.
Transfixed. Burn it down.
Yep. Why are you in the fish? Your Moika goes across water. Made it. Yeah, you gotta go this way. Gee.
Come on, show me your courage.
Reconnecting the server. What? I don't know what just happened.
Come on, show me your courage.
That was very weird. A lot of birds on this one.
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Still, it's pretty strange.
Farewell.
Yeah, this one. How am I confusing you? I didn't say nothing. Lies. Use hallucinating.
Let's hope you pull up a good transfix. Tell me what you see. Come here, you little rascal. Mind the wind.
Show me your move.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo.
Look at my stuff. I'm looking at my stuff. Give me a second. Let me check my thing.
Most things in life aren't one and done. Soon as you're rested up, let's make a move.
Can't do it. There's no data reference available yet for Aoife.
Huh? Hey, get out! Cuckoo.
You want some flourish? Or you want to help me find some flourish?
Someone told you the Masters of the Night...
I gotta get my keys out.
Whenever I get to take a break, I always want a snack. I got some candy, fruit, and jerky. You want some?
I shot some pots. Here, I take one of these, you take the other one. It says there's another area over here. It says there's a plant over here. I hear some. There's you one.
Come on, show me your courage. Free.
Easy now, Kakuku.
Alright. Here's one. Bloop. You gonna get the deer? You can't get the deer. You didn't get the boss. No. Nice. Okay. I already finished it. You wanna do one? Okay. And it shows another circle over here. I think we're gonna have to go on top of the cliff. There's a dead end here. Yeah, there's no teleport up there. There's only one down below. Definitely cheating.
Mind your step. I got him cornered.
You see him cheating? They saw me from well off and they still came over to attack me.
Mind the wind. Oh! Ah, why can't you play nice? Locked on. For the Lord of the Night.
Glory to which none can compare! Especially not when it's that rude. Measly insects! Now you must pay!
I could have saved more. Mind the wind.
All time, bro!
You This guy was almost dead, and he went out of the distance thing, so it reset him back to full health.
Claim these souls.
Submit your souls in sacrifice! Scared, speechless, then forever hold your peace.
Hi, circles over here.
Okay.
Who's?
I got him cornered. He's free.
Yeah. What kind of dialogue were you wanting to hear? I don't know if they replaced all of his voice lines or just the new ones.
Malipo Kanich. I don't believe we've met. If you'd like to request my services, please brief me on the job and state what you're willing to pay.
That's your pitch? Ugh, come on, man, you're killing me! You're supposed to tell them what a pro you are, play up your past experience, set their expectations high, and then you say, and that's why I charge a higher price than most. Don't you know anything about doing business? How did the almighty Dragon Lord How end up stuck in a contract with such a clueless moron? Oh, the humiliation.
Hal loves being antagonistic. Just ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
I dare you to release me and say that to my face!
I can sense a kind of change to it,
goes to
but it still sounds
10%
pretty
to
close
making a
to the
final
original.
decision, and the remainder for execution.
$10 points for agility.
Locked on. Target acquired. I got him cornered. For the Lord of the Night. Claim these souls. Shadow of the past, mine to command.
Bow before your king! Let the deadwood blaze in dragonfire. I burn it all. Oh! It feels good. Submit your souls in sacrifice. Scared, speechless, then forever hold your peace.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Everything has its use.
Were you not given toys to play with as a child? Is that it? Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it. Is this really necessary? Time for you to pay the price. Two can play at that game.
Oh, you're done, Kani.
I thought you were fighting somebody.
Final decision, and the remainder for
I was
execution.
about to say, sorry, spawn back. Yeah, there's one over here. I take one.
you little rascal. Locked on.
What?
Do I get a share?
You actually want
But
this
usually
trash?
isn't some of the other ones we get. I let you get that one. I'll get that one. Yeah, I let you get this one. I think that's enough. We'll probably get some more tomorrow. It says I have 19 out of 30. I also need to hit that lava boss again.
Hey, get out! Cuckoo.
I guess I can go to my teapot and set it as my main thing to grow. Why do you need any? Beast. Taking my claws.
Mind the wind.
You had no objections. I didn't know he had it.
Let's do this then.
Speechless.
Stick around.
Take a breather.
I got him cornered.
Stick around.
Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
I got a street lamp. I see something up here. What is it? Let me up the dang ladder, damn it. Ooh, chest.
If you need help with carrying this stuff, I'll get Cuckoo on it.
Ooh.
Locked on.
Time to sail.
Rise with the sun.
Mind the wind. Nothing personal.
Yeah.
Guess today's my lucky day.
Okay. Teeth. Yeah. Get out of here. You wouldn't dare go to my teapot. You ain't got the balls.
This realm is truly
He wants to tickle your pickle. The pickle. Your pickle. He wants to tickle it. Oh, they changed the layout of the round depot. That's nice. Now you can fully see what all there is. Looks like they added some more seeds. Item storage limit reached. You can buy wood with money. What are you doing? I'm trying to buy flowers over here, and you making a bunch of noise in my ear. Yes, you is. He keeps tickling pickles.
Here.
Can't do it. Oh yeah, Dovey, you want to see the book I was telling you about? Let me see. Here. Hey, it's right here. This is the book. That's the book. And then you can interact with it, and it shows a little city. Little pop-up storybook.
Huh? Hey, get out! Cuckoo!
I got a mini thing of a Sumeru building here. This whole area is full of little trinkets I've collected from events and story quests. Yeah. Well, around Sumeru is when I wasn't playing, so I missed that little section. I think the reason why I started this game in the first place was because I saw a friend playing it and I asked him if it was any good. And they had, what was it? They told me I had to go through the prologue first, and I went through all that. And then they didn't even play with me at first, and then it was like a couple days, then they played with me a couple times, and then they stopped playing with me. I didn't even start doing that until you told me whenever I slapped artifacts on the same character, it always turned out better. And then you gotta do it. This is my kitchen, Dovey. Gaming is cooking up some stuff. He's very happy. I did have Zhongling in my kitchen, but then her friendship got maxed out, so I took her out. There's a cat in here, too. That's Garfield. I have a cat room. You wanna see it? Boy. I got Lynette in here too. And I even got a cat on one of my furniture things. They don't interact with it like you normally would, but sometimes they'll glitch on top of the furniture. And if you mess with this one, you can summon cats in the house. Which one should I summon? The sapphire? I think you can still get one of these somewhere, but I'm not sure where. I got this guy too. He's extra big. Certain places he likes, some places he don't. For a bit, they had a mini game with this where you had to like find the places and get his affection up a certain bit. And if you touched a spot he doesn't like, it would like lower your affection. What do I have in here? This is the empty room. My favorite? They don't have black cats in here. MrPuggles, that's pretty much my favorite because he's so big. But yeah, this is my Natlin version. I also have a Fontaine version and a Sumeru version. This is Kachina's room. I worked hard to decorate this room. This is some more masks that I got from an event. And then I got this trophy from the last event we did. Here's Sir Pounce-a-Lot patrolling. I put him in the hallway up here, so he can patrol the hallway. I got different paintings from different events, like that one's from the film festival. And then I got this one on the wall over here from Nahida's birthday. It's got all the Sumeru characters in it. And then this picture right here, this is a special one you can get. What it is you can set the picture to whatever picture you like. And the pictures are from the Hangout quest you complete. For every ending, you get a picture. And then you can set the picture in the picture frame to one of the pictures that you like. Right now, I have it set to Lynette with the cats. Yep. And then I got all this. I got a furnace that doesn't work. I got some pots. I got a bunch of stuff. This is a special set of armor I have. When you touch it, it lights up. I also have these little dolls from a hide and seek event they did, where you had to find the locations where they placed these. I got Nuvulet's ladle that he gave me. It's like right next to my Aranara statue that Yoimiya gave me. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Some stuff's from events, some stuff's from story quests. There's a little bit of everything here. And then the outside stuff I have on a special island. I haven't updated it yet, but it's over here. I got little stalls here. Got those. Got some ramen noodles. got Hot Pot, I think it is. And then I have a Hot Pot set. I got a little music place right here of all the musical instruments I've collected. I even got this one from around when the game first started on PlayStation. I think it was a gift from Barbados or something. And when you touch it, it plays a song. And then I got that giant one. Yeah, I got a little bit of everything here. And then, these are from, Durin's Quest. You could collect these little figurines and then display them for your friends to see. I don't know why this one's not said. I already said all these. That one there. The second one. Could be this guy. This one can be this one, and that one can be the train. Number 3 can be a crane. And then it's the full view. There's like 3 different areas that was in it. And that one. There we go. I also have a little potion stall over here. Because they had this event a while back where you can make alchemy potions and then sell them to the characters in the game. I got this train with little origami animals from the event. You would probably love these little hamster guys. They had chubby little hamsters, then they had squirrels, and then they had these llamas. And then they had these little frogs. These are some floaties I have from the Lantern Rite. I got a dragon one, and then this one's supposed to be like a version of Shangli or something. And then over here I got a bunch of kites that blow in the wind. And then I got Paimon as a kite. Yeah, this guy. And then I got little fruit stand here with a stage here from Sumeru. As for my other islands, I don't think I set them to anything yet. Except for one being for food and one being the main house, which is up there. I think I had a plan for it, but I don't think I ever made it. You want to see how you go to other islands? Gabby.
Mind the wind.
Gabby. You want to see how I go to the other islands? What you do is you hit this, and it summons this thing, and then you just start flying. And then you just float up. I usually walk over enough to sit in a seat. And this is my other island. I think last time I was still trying to figure out what to do with this land. Some people, what they like to do with their teapots is they'll create a little obstacle course. They'll make like a little race obstacle course on their islands, and people will visit their teapot and do the challenges.
Most things in life aren't one and done. Soon as you're rested up, let's make a move.
No. $18. Yeah, I've been hearing more and more about Escoffier being really good, so that made me want to get her. If I get her, I can make her my new healer. If not, I can try to go for Kokomi.
Did you hear that? Sounded like an animal call. Or maybe I'm just hearing things.
Because if I get a Scoffier, I can put Yaya's weapon on her. Yaya's weapon's from an event as well. It's a healing polearm. When the wielder performs healing, restore 16 energy. This effect can be triggered once every 10 seconds. And can occur even when the character is not on the field. There's been so many weapons that only appeared once in events, and a lot of people wish that they would appear again in a shop somewhere.
Whenever I get to take a break, I always want a snack.
Because usually the way they do it is once you reach a certain milestone, you get the basic weapon. And then as you do more goals with the events, that's when they give you like ascension for your weapon materials. Because you needed like a special thing for it. Alright, say bye to the stream. Bye boy. Bye bye stream.